yes. This is my last resort.
Last resort.
Present wrapping, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I come on bleeding. This is my last resort. Sketchbook heroes. No
Reading.
breathing.
Reading. Yeah, no reading.
No reading. Don't give a fuck if you rap it or
Seething?
seething.
No, I got nothing.
No. Yeah, welcome back to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
This is episode 172, my friends.
Due.
Exactly, and we're gonna call it something Panic Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you haven't had the time to buy those last minute gifts because you're like us, an idiot,
And also poor.
also money's an
Yeah.
issue, we thought we were gonna make up some gifts you could make. We make them up, you make them.
Yeah, exactly. Or we just help you come up with some really cool new limited edition Christmas thingies.
Limited edition.
Yeah, just to make it all, everything you're doing is limited. So, yeah.
Exactly.
And so
unless
it's life.
you're making friends.
Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, intro song go.
Intro song go. Yeah, thank you in the back.
Thank you everybody.
Thanks. Woo.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
Ho, ho, ho. The Christmas vibes are on.
We're feeling it. There's no
Yep.
Christmas tree. Yeah,
There is a
there is.
Christmas
There
tree
is.
in the
It's
corner.
hiding there. Yeah.
Hasn't stolen it
Yeah.
yet.
Very good. Very good.
This is not a pre-recorded episode.
No,
because
not at all.
This is so live.
Yeah, this is so live. So, yeah, have you seen the latest episode
Yeah,
of The Thing?
The Thing, yeah, I love
all
The
of-
Thing.
Yeah, me too. All those things. Yeah. And, yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, this episode is because, well, we kind of need a Christmas break. So, we needed to
give you a
whip,
Christmas.
Yeah, whip something up. So it's going to be a little bit shorter than
So
the
it's-
normal format.
No, but it's basically that episode about buying shit
yeah, but-
without the buying shit.
yeah, exactly. The only thing that you're going to have to spend money on might be some materials. Hopefully,
Yes.
a limited amount of those.
Hopefully you have everything at home that we're
Hopefully,
going to
yeah.
make up right now.
Or
Yeah.
you bought something really cool for one of your friends or family, and you just sort of use that and then wrap it up again. They're not going to notice if
Rewrap
half of
it.
it is missing. It might be a cool thing to actually paint something with the material and give the material and the painting just to prove, like,
you
this is what you could make of it. Not saying that as a joke. That is actually a pretty cool idea.
Use the art supplies that you bought them so that they have to buy new ones.
Exactly. No, but if it's for like the
Nah, I
younger
get
kids to inspire and like, well, this is what you can do with this. But yeah, I am the master at this. I do this every year because I am the worst at getting Christmas gifts. I don't know what people want, so I just make stuff and force them to get it, which means I just wrap it up in a way and then give it to them. That way I don't have to see it anymore, and I feel good about myself for giving something.
Well, you can see their
For Christmas.
disappointed faces when
Yeah,
you give
I
it.
try not to make eye contact. This is the thing. It's important.
Give and run.
Exactly.
Let's all practice together.
You give it, you look them in the eye, and you smile, and then you just never look at them again. It's like the last time you're going to see them.
Exactly. You break that
Until
connection.
next Christmas.
I know you hated that last one. Here's
another one.
Look him
Eye
deep in the
contact,
eye.
smile. Maybe even bigger smile this year. Yeah. No, so I do the whole Dark Christmas thing. Also a little bit of therapy, but yeah, Sculpey for me is the best because it's just so versatile.
Sculpey-able.
It's Sculpey-able, yeah, exactly.
Sponsor a Sculpey.
Come on.
We're really selling it here. It's Sculpey-able.
Yeah, I hate that I have to swallow all the time because then I can't keep talking. But yeah, Sculpey. I make small sculptures that could be sort of strung up in the Christmas tree or put out as ornaments.
Christmas ornaments,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
More or less. And I just paint said thing with like a bright color or like gold or silver or something, and then put some varnish on it and just make it shiny and nice. And whatever it is kind of a Christmassy thing. So like that's how easy it is. If
So
I
they
want to
can't
make
use it the rest of the year.
No, it's just for that one thing. So they will remember it as being a cool thing because it's going to be tucked away, and then they bring it out again and they're like, ugh,
Jesus,
No.
a dead fetus. Thank you, Robert. Ugh.
where are the arms? Where are the arms?
It's also dead and decapitated.
Yeah. I call this art piece. Yeah.
I call this art piece.
Piece.
Yeah, you gotta really put a push behind the P.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the piece.
Yeah. So that's what I do. And then I also get like some sort of wood-ish type material and paint on
I just
that.
heard some sword.
Some
of
sword.
Wood.
Yeah.
Some sort of wood.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a sword made of wood
For my family.
for my family. There
I
you
did
go.
actually get a
I know.
sword
Yeah,
of wood.
not a sword,
of
the
m-
sword.
The sword of Obin's.
Yes.
I still haven't put it up though.
Of course
I
not.
need to glue the thing and then put it in my gym.
Yeah.
I have the Thundercat sword because Matthias had a friend that works in expensive wood stuffs, and he made a Thundercat sword.
Out of oak.
Oak, yeah.
Yeah, so you know it's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
The sword of Oakmans.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's really
did,
cool.
did you hear my pun? I thought it was
Yes,
great.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I just had mine as well, so they clashed.
Yeah, if anybody didn't hear it was okay.
It was okay, yeah.
Laugh, everybody, please.
I thought the joke was okay.
But yeah, painting stuff on stuff that you wouldn't normally paint on also just makes for a cool gift. If you do have what me and Elias had, like a Dremel tool or rotary tool or a burning thing, you could buy a chopping block or something like that, and you can
chopping.
do some fancy artwork on that.
That is actually true.
And you can buy one of those for a very cheap price.
Dude, so cheap. You could,
And or just buy a piece of wood and then sort of, if you have any type of good varnish, so you need to obviously do a little bit of research here just so you don't poison your entire family, but some sort of
it's not
varnish.
always a loss.
Yeah, exactly. Depends on who you're giving it to.
That's the Christmas gift that keeps on giving
Exactly.
them nothing. except
Happy
death.
Hanukkah, Auntie. Still think I use too many references? Yes. Silent Night. I don't know what's happening. Oh my
Robert
God.
likes to make dark little gifts for Christmas. That's it. That's it
But
right
yeah,
there.
No, I'm just tossing.
No, but I thought that was a
tossing
really good.
things
Yeah. So I
off the
think
top of my
just
head.
like anything made out of wood.
Yep.
Like we're talking spatula, spoons, whatever.
But also glasses.
Glass, yes. It's a bit like have protective glasses on when you do that because
Yeah.
those little fuckers do spray like these really, really fine.
And I would also
pieces of
recommend
wood.
mouth guard because you
yeah,
can
yeah,
breathe
for the whole
in.
breathing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, breathing is good.
Glass in the breathing though,
Not so
not
good.
so good.
Yeah,
Don't breathe glass, kids.
exactly.
We shouldn't have to say this.
Yeah. And this is so bad. I'm sorry, but if you don't wear protective glasses, you might not see.
Nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a glass. Glazzi? No.
Oh, grazie.
Glazzi. Glazzi. It's Italian. We're losing it.
We're totally losing it.
Yeah, this is the second episode. We normally don't record 2 episodes.
No
in a row.
alcohol, no drugs involved
Just
at all. Just
Gladzies.
But yeah, take it away, Elias. What are you doing?
Ah.
No. But if what would you sort of create Do you don't really
No.
make any?
I don't buy
things?
gifts for anyone. Fuck everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you are not like me, dead inside, you could. No, but I think just like I really like the whole rotary tool. I think it's
so
great.
versatile.
No, but I think you can get some cheap materials, like something that is already finished, because nobody has time to make these things.
No.
Especially not when this comes out.
Oh yeah,
So just going to one
this
of these
is towards
cheaper,
the
but-
rush.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you have if you've seen something cheap, like a cutting board or something, like it's a really good idea. And basically anything made out of wood that you could like make a pattern on.
Yeah.
You know, like
Go
the-
dumpster diving.
Dumpster diving is awesome. I used to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it all the time. as a
Yeah,
kid.
you remember
Yeah.
the big one outside
We talked
of
about
Duck
we
Island?
talked about no, but not only that one. There
Oh,
were
we had
several
many.
ones, but yeah. But then 2 kids died in one of those.
Oh,
they
yeah.
got
Crushed?
disposed. Yeah, in one of those like big garbage trucks.
Yeah, but that's because
And then they started locking them, so
Yeah,
you
I
couldn't
know.
get in. And
so it made it more fun because
yeah.
we started bending open those
yes, you did.
metal
The
doors.
no,
Yeah.
but they weren't metal in the beginning.
Oh,
They
no.
had the plastic ones,
Yeah.
and then they switched to metal once people were bending the plastic up.
Yeah, because
yeah,
but the metal
because-
ones were also bendy.
Yes, they were, but
Yeah, and I
at
was
a
small.
higher price.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah,
but-
be careful,
Be very careful.
but find cool stuff.
But I think just like buying fancy paper, or if you have fancy paper that you never use, make us like simpler artwork. You know, like watercolor paper already looks amazing without anything on it.
Yeah,
So just doing like something simple, like people like shapes. You know, like you don't have to do anything fucking crazy. Like
No.
you don't have to draw them a portrait. You know, you can just make
but that's
something.
also a good present.
But it is no,
like
it
for
is
Granny,
definitely-
that's the best. You know.
I know,
They
I know.
always-
But
they
I
always love
just
that
mean if
stuff.
you don't have those skills, I'm trying to sort of keep it
No,
down.
but even a cheap, like a funny,
Even a cheap one.
yeah, cheap, funny one.
cheap.
No, but like you don't have to go like Rembrandt on
No.
the fucking thing. But if it's from you
Yeah.
and a drawing or a painting, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
But also just making like Christmas cards, you know, on
Mm.
watercolor paper.
Yes.
Like I fucking drew, I don't even remember. I think I drew a Game Boy. We did it for charity at King.
Yeah.
But we had these watercolor arcs that looked like
Oh, I
postcards.
remember that one.
Yeah, and I just did like a Game Boy with like a Christmas hat on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking works. And it looked, you know, okay.
Yeah.
Because you can be a bit more artistic. It doesn't have to be technically correct, you know.
Yeah.
And it looked nice. And someone bought it for 500 crowns, you know, like.
That's awesome. Yeah,
and we
it's for a
donated
good cause.
yeah, and we
Yeah.
donated it to charity. So
And that's also a good present.
that's also a good present. yeah.
Donating to charity in somebody's name.
Yes.
Like if you have money to spend,
Yeah, and you really hate them, you could still buy them something.
yeah, and
But
then
the
you,
money goes to someone else.
and you just tell them that you gave it to somebody
exactly
else.
to someone
I
else
gave
that
you a-
deserves it.
Like you got a PlayStation 5 in Uganda.
in your name.
They're really happy. They don't have electricity, but they have a PlayStation 5.
With your name on it.
Yeah. Why am I going so dark all the time?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is Christmas time. This is what happens. This is how my creative juices are.
Spending time with the fam.
We're actually talking about this the other day, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm dreading every second of it. I just
Okay.
really don't want.
I have no idea what we're doing.
I don't want to do it.
My favorite part about Christmas now
Is when it's over. I know, same.
that too. But it's that we keep it so simple. Like
Yeah.
we do have this family time where we don't let
And
anyone
that's what
be
I
part
hate
of it.
that you have. Because you have a family, and that means an excuse to not
Not-
spend time with the other family.
No, but
Like the
that's the
bigger
thing.
family.
And now the family's so split up
Mm,
that we can dictate how we want to spend it.
that's awesome.
Because I'm very against spending it with anyone.
Yeah.
The only reason we meet anyone is because of my wife.
Yeah.
But I'm more for the we
Arcane.
wake up, Arcane. We wake up in the morning, we watch Arcane together, which is, of course, a tradition that we've had for years
For
now.
years and years.
Years. But
so stupid.
but we basically like we start up by opening a couple of presents. Then we have breakfast and we have that whole thing. Or we actually do the breakfast before, but they might get to open like one thing.
Yeah.
And then we have breakfast, and then we just take like cozy time and we just sit, by the Christmas tree. Because we don't have to wait for anyone. There's no dinners. There's nothing. We just we spend the time together. We open some presents. The kids play with the presents, or we if we have a Lego set, we'll build the Lego. Or we'll just open the presents. The kids play with the stuff, and then we prep lunch while they do that. And we have lunch, and then we watch Home Alone, and you just have this super cozy day where we don't have anything, no one's sitting on their phones, no one's doing any of that. We're just
it's family time.
It's family time.
But
and
not stressed family time?
No, there's no we're
forced.
going to do this and that. And because that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. You both need to dress up and blah, blah, blah. We're all in PJs.
Yeah.
That's the dress code. Nothing, whatever.
Yeah.
And we just hang out. And it's so nice because I remember always when celebrating all these things, the expectation was so high that someone would always get mad about something.
Yeah.
Us kids not doing something, or
stress was always
a part of it.
Yeah.
And now we're okay, we're gonna have one pieces on. Everyone, the kids have their leopard or whatever the fuck they have, one pieces on that are too small for them now.
Yeah.
I'll have my one piece. My wife will have hers, and we're just gonna this is the dress code.
Yeah.
And then my son loves Christmas food, as he calls it, and asks for it all year. Basically sausages and meatballs, the stuff that they eat all year.
Of course.
Plus other stuff that they don't eat. So it's exactly what we eat the whole year. But it's just such a fucking cozy time. That's what I enjoy about Christmas. The rest of the family, I don't really care for.
Yeah.
It's a thing we do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But what did you have to do? Were you big with, was it trying to celebrate with every piece of family member that you had?
When we
you
were kids? No. Oh, yeah.
We never celebrate. I never celebrated Christmas with you guys, or I don't know what you guys did for Christmas.
We used to have the home Christmas, and then we would have the go to my dad's sister and the other snobs of that family.
Oh, okay.
Not great. I got when I was 14 or 15, I think they bought me the book Dalai Lama's Happiness or something like that.
Did you read it?
No.
Are you
I
happy?
tried. I actually did read a couple of pages, but that shit just doesn't work for me.
No.
Self-help.
Who the fuck does he think he is anyway?
Exactly. I actually saw him live.
Dalai Lama.
Lamer. No, I actually did see him live. He had some good points, but then again,
But can he throw a needle through a window?
Exactly.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
But
Lame-o.
That's all we got.
Yeah. But we always went to my sort of auntie's house, and her husband had his family over, and it was just a huge amount of kids, and every kid was annoying as fuck, and I was a little bit more quiet and I wasn't one of the pain in the ass kids. Probably was.
But not in
my
your head.
No,
yeah.
No. And just never got to open the gifts early enough. Just waiting. And then Santa came and scared the fucking crap out of me. And then gifts, and then trying to go home as early as I could, but parents not wanting to because they got to drink some wine and talk to adults.
Yes, but that's basically how we celebrated as well. No one drank anything except coffee, and they talked until midnight.
Well, there you go.
And then, us kids just sat there.
I think the last time we did that, I had to drive home. So,
But the thing is, Christmas was never about kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had that Christmas at home.
Yeah.
But when you went somewhere, it was just oh, look, grown-ups are talking.
Exactly.
Fun.
the kids were just like off on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Like playing on the floor, like
Yep.
because there was nothing.
Exactly.
Like playing with Dalai Lama slut. Happiness or what the fuck that book was.
Exactly.
But I thought of something.
Mhm.
Another gift could be like a really like a notebook.
Yep.
With a blank cover that you
Yep.
could make and draw on, and then
Yeah.
fix it so that it doesn't rub off, and then give them that book.
Yes.
So it's a piece of artwork, but it's also a book that they can write
So it's-
shit in.
A functional art piece.
Exactly, and you could do that in many. You could bind your own book.
That's even cooler.
That is way cooler if you know how to do that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I would just go for the, what do you call it, stapler type book.
Oh yeah. Fold some A4 papers, staple,
Exactly.
staple. There you go.
Then studies about wolves. That is all you do, and then you just draw the rest.
There you go. Yeah.
That's how we made research as kids until
yeah.
they caught on.
Just copied every
Every
single
image,
word,
yeah.
every image.
Dude, every fucking...
Yeah, we did everything just so we could draw stuff.
Mhm.
Like that was the thing. Like I wonder about tigers. I'm gonna write about tigers. Like wow, that's really good.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy you want to learn about
Yeah.
tigers. And
It's
then
like, where's the text, Robert? Like, oh yeah, I forgot the
yeah.
text. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the tiger.
praise me for my drawing skills.
Texture, bitch.
Oh man, our
Yeah.
upbringings.
8-year-old Rob.
Mhm.
So good. But yeah, I mean, if you want to be really creative and you have a lot of time, which you don't right now, you could make your own comic book. I got a comic book made by my sister's kids, which was awesome. One of the coolest gifts I've ever received, ever.
Mm.
All 3 of them involved in making one comic book for me about somebody becoming a superhero. Like, it was so great. And I even got a shout out in it. Yeah.
Could also do caricatures of your family,
Yeah.
especially if you hate them.
Yeah. Because that's a good way of sort of venting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even buy a dartboard and
With
put
their face on
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And give it to them.
Or with your fist.
If
They
hate you.
probably need to vent as well. We're just tossing out ideas, okay? Yeah, there you go.
Resin. If
Yeah.
you have resin and you know how to use it and don't have to learn everything today listening to this episode, it's also a fun thing to make, anything. You could make the Super Mario mushrooms in resin. I don't know. Like, be creative.
Yeah, you can pretty much do anything in resin too. You just
Dude,
have
that is
some
the best.
small little thing and then put a string on it and then a resin mold around it. And there you go, custom keychain.
Yep, it's super fun, and especially if you have something that means a lot that might not last. If you case it in resin, it will last forever.
Awesome. Or if you have somebody that's mean a lot, you can
You
get their
could
keys
do- yeah.
and put that in resin.
Oh yeah, or just put them in resin and do like a fucking Han Solo thing
Oh
on them.
man, you were ahead 1 second there. Yeah.
What about that, Han Cholo?
Where's Dad? Resin.
Right there. He has risen.
Oh man, we are on top of our game today. Oh yeah.
But resin has a lot of good uses though. Like if you have it available, otherwise not so much.
Yeah.
But it is a great thing to play around with.
Yeah. Especially the way you started with like carving and resin. I think that's such a cool, I mean,
think-
that could be a chopping block as well.
Yeah, you
You know.
could actually if you have a chopping block and you would kind of carve out I'm just gonna use something boring now, but a little heart.
Yeah.
You
Or like
could-
write Merry Christmas.
Yeah. But I mean, just if you cut out a deeper heart, you could fill that with colored resin, and then that would become, you have this cutting board, but you also have this little thing on the handle
Oh yeah.
where you don't cut with the resin, and it's like this little symbol or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. You
So,
could add glitter to the resin.
dude, you can do so much with
Yeah.
resin. You could even make resin lamps. So you could make this little thing, that you can put a lamp in and light it up, and it would be like a star or whatever.
So cool.
So resin has a lot of possibilities, and even when you fail, it becomes kind of cool.
Yeah.
And if you have a rotary tool with some,
Fancy nibs.
yeah, exactly, so you can polish it up, and because I've
Oh,
seen,
yeah.
because I've seen people do like frosted glass out of like like first they do is like they take the like one of the drills,
Yeah.
and then they just scratch the whole thing, and then they take the polishing things and just like smooth it out, and it looks like frosted sort of glass and
cool.
ice, like. So there are a lot of things that you can do with resin if you just YouTube it. Basically, I think you get a lot of cool ideas. And for the really small stuff, you could bang those out in an hour.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, it's the drying time is what's going to
It's-
get you.
it's the drying
So
time.
you need
yeah.
to plan for that,
Yeah.
of course. And that's, I mean, that goes without saying.
But
with
it's still
everything.
like it'll take you a day to.
yeah.
I think.
I mean,
for the really small stuff, it doesn't take.
but you could easily do it for the whole family. You could do, all of those things in just like a day.
Yeah.
And then have that dry and then it's finished, cured. And
Yeah.
then off you go. I'm always last minute with these presents.
Yeah,
Some of
yeah.
the paintings that I've done are still drying on the way to the
To the-
Christmas dinner party, whatever.
Well, what did you do last year? Because you did remember the CD, not the CD, but the LP player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a pretty cool idea,
That
actually.
was a pretty cool idea. Yeah.
And so I bought an LP or a vinyl disc, vinyl record, Jesus, from a vintage shop with one of my mom's favorite albums from the Rolling Stones, which turned out to not be her favorite
Be
album,
her
but it doesn't matter.
What? You tried?
I did, and I thought I knew my mom, but yeah. I was
You knew
proven
your
wrong.
dad.
I did. But then so I took like the inside of the
baby, yeah.
of the baby, and no,
vinyl.
the vinyl
cover.
cover, like it opens up. I just sandpapered that down and drew Mick Jagger's portrait on the inside of it. It's like a sleeve so it's an outside sleeve, an inside sleeve, and then you have the actual record. And then I just sort of put them next to each other in a bigger frame with some fancy wrapping paper behind them.
Yeah.
Like, it was not the toughest thing to do, but it just sort of made for a really cool gift in multiple levels, you know.
And I was going to get to some cool things that I've seen is when people, and I think you've done it as well, but just if you have anything that sells like old shit and go buy one of those cheap old ass paintings
And paint
on it.
Yes,
Just add
yes.
something that you're like, let's say your mom was a Sonic fan for some fucking reason, or and you
Every
like,
mom is.
no, but just buy something,
Yeah, sorry.
but just getting one of those old paintings and just adding Sonic, or
Yep.
just like, let's say you find a painting and you're like, oh my god, this is that thing basically, and then you add Super Mario or Donkey Kong,
Get some Posca markers,
dude,
have fun.
It doesn't
then-
even, like, if you can't control acrylics and shit, just
No.
buy acrylic pens, which that Poscas basically are.
Exactly. Or just Sharpies work.
I think that is like maybe the best fucking gift to get, because it is basically an art piece already.
It becomes
It
a
is-
contemporary art piece,
It
like
becomes-
modern art
yeah.
or pop art.
And if you
or
want to
whatever.
like steal an idea that is out there, is basically Papa's Paddler is what he's called on Instagram. He does these, like, he does beads, and like, for example, he bought these old paintings as well, and he just made these little Mario Kart figures with beads, and just like glued them on the painting.
Awesome.
And they're driving along this little road, so he made a couple of different sized, Mario Kart drivers, so you get that depth perspective thing.
That's awesome. I already have an idea.
Dude, yes,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. So buy these old paintings. They're like $3.
Yeah, if
Like, they're
you
nothing
can get
a
them for
piece.
cheaper than that.
Dude, yes.
Some
they
of those
cost-
are like given away.
I know, dude.
And you can get
there's-
some really cool frames. And that's what I did with the
and
latest
that's what
one.
I was gonna get to. Yeah,
when
the
it
frames are.
bleeds out of the frame, so
Yeah.
you incorporate the frame to your art piece. So the one that I did, it was like a really ugly piece of a fox hunting party that was drawn in
Yeah.
a very crude way, and I drew in death. But death was sort of made out of liquidy ink, and that ink sort of goes from
Above
death,
the frame.
continues out on the sort of ground, and then goes over the frame.
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
it just adds this little extra thing and
Mm.
just makes it pop.
And the guy that I mentioned before, he took broken frames as well, like the paintings with the broken frames, or if he broke them himself. So he has one of Ryu from Street Fighter doing the Shoryuken
Oh,
with the
no
fist,
way.
and then the top of the frame where the hand, like the fist meets it, is broken. So it looks like he's doing like a Shoryuken out of the frame, and it's so
cool.
fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think he's done one with Hadouken as well, where Ken shoots and breaks the other end of the fucking frame. So it's like they're like I would prefer one of these presents rather than, you know, a pair of socks.
Yeah,
You know, or whatever the fuck.
And that's the thing, like Santa, when she moved into my house, she wanted to get rid of some of her old, like she has those Galerix type, you know,
Oh,
simple,
shit. Yeah.
you know, canvases that has a printed photograph on top of them
Yeah.
from like New York or
Guess
whatever.
of that shit.
Yeah, I was like, you just give me those.
Mm.
I'm gonna be using those, like, and that's what I'm gonna be doing now, because, well, Papa's Pärlor,
Mhm.
like, that gave me a really cool idea what I can do with those New York
Mhm.
things.
Dude, they're perfect.
Yes.
And I think, like, whatever you have, even if you don't have an old painting, the fun thing about the cheap old paintings is that you get everything. You get the artwork, you get the frame, it's already set up.
Yeah.
All you need to do is add your touch.
Yeah.
Whatever your fucking mom likes, you know, just, or your dad or your friend or your brother, add the element.
Yeah.
And you're good.
And you don't even have to paint on the actual painting if you don't want to. You could just cut out from the piece of painting or paper that you've drawn it on and glue that on there. Like, you
Like,
can
as long as it looks
Yeah,
okay, you know,
that's the
you'll
thing.
be fine. Yeah.
be creative. That's the whole process here.
And also, you could, if you're a resin nerd. Oh fuck! I don't want to give this away. This is cool. I would buy one of these old paintings. I would put one layer of resin, so it's on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then paint, like whatever. Let's say flying fishes,
Yeah.
and then another layer of resin. Like imagine like making like what do you call when it's like a bunch of fish?
School of fish.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. So, for example, you just add layers and then you draw all these so you get that depth.
Yeah.
And then you'll have this, like, underwater scene on top of the fucking, like, I don't know, a forest
Yeah.
painting. Because
So,
usually it's,
yeah.
like, forest and landscapes, you know.
Oh, that's
A
awesome.
lot of these. So you could do that. You could
And you can
pour
even
resin.
get like bubbles and stuff in the resin.
Dude, it's
to make
all
it look
fine.
even
yeah.
more authentic.
You don't have to worry about the bubbles in
No.
this case.
Yeah.
So
So
you
cool.
could do some really, really cool shit.
Dude. Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
Yes, you're
So
welcome.
now
You
we
can
know
use
what
that.
Maria is going to get for Christmas. You like oceans, right? Well, this is a forest ocean.
Forest ocean.
Yeah.
I also haven't used my resin at all. Like, I haven't done
No,
any
you
of
need
that.
to. It's going to expire
It
soon.
has expired. Or not has expired, but it's probably not as good as it was.
Christmas gifts. Do something for your mom. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Or
No.
whatever.
I'm not gonna give. No, we don't give. Like we only give presents to the kids.
Ah,
So
nice.
that is one of the best rules, and the best gift you can give yourself is fuck grown-ups. Fuck them in
Yay.
their stupid faces, and just
Well,
buy
that's,
presents
That's
for your
also a
kids.
gift, I guess.
It is.
You should do like one of those. What do you call them? Like coupons. Here's
Fuck you in the
Yeah.
face. So yeah, I celebrate Christmas for kids.
Yeah.
Everyone else, fuck you.
Nice. But yeah, I mean that's us really going through a billion things in about half an hour.
But I kind of
Um,
like those tips.
me
They were
too.
really good because
Yeah.
I thought I was like, because we did.
I
This,
mean, we
like,
didn't think about this before we
at
sat
all.
down.
No, we
This
planned
is-
the previous episode.
That's
Last week's
wh-
episode was where all the energy went.
Yeah, and then this one
And
is
then
just like
this one is better.
blah 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 blah. blah. But that's the cool thing about this podcast.
Fuck
is,
you in the face.
Exactly.
Resin paintings. You're welcome.
No, but like everybody listening gets to hear the thought process.
Yes.
Like this is us unfiltered, just pouring out everything that's in our brains.
And that's why sometimes we say things that are offensive.
What do you mean?
What?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Okay,
Coming.
moving on.
There's a moving on in this one? I thought
Yeah, there's a
this
fucking
was-
move.
Superheroes.
Okay. then
And we're back.
fucking-
Yeah,
yes.
retro. So
Yes.
just
Oh, shit, there's
because
a retro. Cool.
no, I just thought of a couple of things that might inspire you guys that want to
Very
be creative
smart.
and you have a little bit of time.
Arcane.
Apart from that.
Apart from that.
But obviously, yes, if
Arcane
you
Act
haven't
2.
seen Arcane, you need to fucking see it. No, but there are a lot of those like creative type of shows on Netflix at least. I'm sure there are a billion more things that you can watch on
Below
YouTube.
My Glass.
Yeah, exactly. Blown Away has a Christmas
That was
special.
what it was called.
Yeah, that's one. It's, I think, only 4 or 5 episodes, so it's really short and sweet. But it just gives you more ideas for what to create or just get you inspired for the holidays. But there's also another one that I just started watching that is awesome. And it's called School of Chocolate. And it's just this format, I think, is the best format I've ever seen in terms of one of these type of shows, because the teacher is a French guy that is amazing with chocolate. Obviously, he's like a pure artist. It's amazing the stuff that he can do.
Chocolatist.
But you don't get voted out. Nobody is being mistreated or anything. It's American people, and they are bitching with each other. But when he's telling them, like, you did this wrong, he's also telling them, but you did this right, and this is great, and this is what you need to work on. It's such an amazing thing, and they're also, like, helpful and trying to, like, you know, there's still a little bit of the American drama in there, but everything is so nice and genuine here. And they're all wanting to learn more, and they're doing really amazing stuff with chocolate and baking stuff.
Dude, and that kind of gives me the idea that
We
the
should do one of these shows.
No. But the rotary tools that we talk about have these really, really low settings.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to carve something in chocolate with a
Oh.
clean like bit or drill bit, right?
Yeah.
You could do that. You could make your own Easter bunny for them.
Yeah. You can also buy these molds where you can actually sort of mold your penis and get that in chocolate too.
Yes, or
So
do
you don't
that.
have to
It's
sculpt.
way faster. You don't have to sculpt shit.
Yeah.
It's a bit limited of what you can
Yeah.
do.
I mean, with Ilias, it's really tiny snack.
Thank
so-
you. It's just like after
Very
dinner
limited.
snack, limited edition.
But yeah, like a drill bit. But yeah, there's a lot
A
of
lot of things you can do.
a lot
with
of good
these.
things on
A clone of
Netflix.
Willy is actually not
That-
a bad idea.
No,
Gift of the year,
there you go. Yeah,
also in chocolate.
yeah. Resin.
Resonant. Oh. Ah! Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not resonant.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, if we have to say it, maybe you deserve it.
Oh man. But yeah, no, just like for me, it's always so inspiring watching people create stuff.
I'm just seeing you watch people clone Willy. I'm just like, I'm so inspired.
Of course, I had to, ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Penis.
Hell of a gun.
Hell of a gun. Yeah. So, Nerd Forge, a lot of fun to watch on YouTube.
Yes.
1000 or 1000.
Make weapons for your family.
No, but she doesn't do the
no.
weapons.
Shoot, that's Man at Arms.
Yeah. That's also fun.
It's fun.
Yes.
It's very fun.
But I think, and who else do I watch? Smo, S-M-O-E, graffiti artist who does a lot of really cool murals and stuff.
Your mother was a dirty
Snow.
snow.
Yeah. The yellow.
Informer.
Does anybody know what he's saying there? And bubbity 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 bow.
Lick a boom boom down.
Yeah. What does he mean?
He was an informer.
Yeah, find out next year
Next
when
year.
we're back. Yeah. I guess we're gonna have another episode after this.
Yes, featuring
Adam.
Prince of Eternia.
Yes. So
Done.
cool. Sees. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
listening to this very random, spontaneous, and improv episode of getting to do things for Christmas, for cheapos.
For cheapos.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Dumpster diving is
dumpster
what I
diving.
have. That's-
Yes.
if you
Thank you
got
so much
anything.
for listening. I hope these super random, I guess,
Creative
vomit,
super tips.
super tips,
Yeah.
helped.
Nailing it today.
Talking for hours makes you smarter. Said someone sometime.
But yeah, please tag us if you've created something after listening to this
Yes,
and you got
please.
inspired, just so we can see the madness that has come out of your crazy brains. And speaking of crazy brains, maybe save those juices for next week when we're back to ruin those crazy brains.
Brains.
Love you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's silent.